In medieval times, Sir Gregory, the clumsiest knight in the kingdom, was smitten with Lady Eleanor. She was graceful and intelligent, while he was known for tripping over his own sword during royal banquets. One day, Gregory decided to win Eleanor's heart by impressing her during a grand jousting tournament. He proudly mounted his horse, but as soon as the trumpet sounded, he accidentally dropped his lance and fell off the horse. Eleanor watched from the stands, trying to hide her laughter as Gregory scrambled to get back on his feet. The other knights laughed, but Gregory, red-faced, gave a clumsy bow toward Eleanor. Determined to do better, Gregory practiced day and night. He decided his next grand gesture would be to write her a love poem. When he presented it to her, his parchment blew away in the wind, landing in the moat. Eleanor, amused, retrieved the soggy parchment. The words were smudged, but she could tell he had put his heart into it. "You're quite the poet, Sir Gregory," she teased, holding back a laugh. Not one to give up, Gregory planned a romantic dinner for Eleanor. He borrowed a fancy suit of armor for the occasion, but when he sat down, he knocked over the entire table, spilling wine everywhere. Eleanor couldn't hold back her laughter. "You truly know how to make an impression," she said, grinning at the mess Gregory had made. Gregory, mortified, mumbled an apology, but smiled when he saw her laughing. Gregory's next plan was a grand serenade beneath her window. As he strummed his lute and began to sing, the string snapped, and the noise startled a flock of birds, which flew right into his face. Eleanor, peeking out from her window, burst into laughter. "Sir Gregory, you never fail to entertain," she called down, watching him try to shoo away the birds, his face a mix of determination and defeat. Despite his constant blunders, Gregory's persistence began to charm Eleanor. She admired his efforts, even though each one ended in disaster. He was unlike any knight she'd ever met, unpolished but genuine. One afternoon, Gregory decided to ask Eleanor for a walk in the royal gardens. Nervously, he tripped over a stone and fell into the rose bushes. Covered in thorns, he awkwardly stood up, trying to act cool. Instead of being annoyed, Eleanor giggled and helped him up. "You make every moment an adventure, Sir Gregory," she said, smiling. Gregory's heart soared, even as he pulled thorns from his tunic. Finally, Gregory worked up the courage to ask Eleanor, "Do you think there's a chance for a clumsy knight like me to win your heart?" Eleanor smiled and nodded. "You already have." On their first date, Gregory planned a peaceful picnic by the lake. He tripped while laying out the blanket, falling into the lake instead. Eleanor laughed so hard she nearly fell in after him. The picnic continued with Gregory drenched and embarrassed, but Eleanor found him even more endearing. "I wouldn't have this any other way," she said, enjoying the chaos he unintentionally brought. From that day forward, Gregory and Eleanor's relationship was filled with laughter and love. Gregory may never have been the most graceful knight, but to Eleanor, he was perfect just the way he was. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more stories.